Alright, hello everybody. This is the author of NovaCraft here. Jack, you can call me, or Pickless Cage, I don't like yours, either one you want to. So, I really been working on version 1.5 for NovaCraft here. I have two things here I wanted to show off in this video quickly. So, creating your world here. First off, I created a new actual method to find the ancient city. So, it's going to be placed after going to the end, and come back and you find one of these things. And a smaller thing I'm going to show off is something that you actually can use to, it's basically, it teleports you to random direction if you give it some kind of an offering. So first off here, I just load up a world here. I want to show and see if you can find one of these things first. They're underground. I'm going to move one as there's always one in an ancient city too. But you can also find them underground here, just one cave in. Let's see if we can see one just by moving around. So they generate kind of near the bottom of the world here. There's going to be there's a ladder that goes down to them. And I'm looking to see if we find one here. I meant to probably increase their generation rates a bit. I think it's too rare for looking around legitimately without using spectator or some sort of X-ray glitch. So let's see if we can find one here. This is taking a bit longer than I was hoping. All the textures are missing. I don't know why. I think the asset grabber for that future one does not work properly for the ores for some reason. I don't know why. No idea what that's about. This is great. I like when it doesn't generate one. Now there we go. So you're gonna go up into a cave here. So you'll be caving, and you're gonna come across this here ladder. You can head down. So these are called void temples or deep temples, I guess you can call it. Drink some milk. And you can see here, we got this place going on. It's a very small structure, similar to the ones vanilla ice, I would say. It generates very low to the ground. This is like Y14 right here. And over here, I showed off, first off, the whole vanite converting the ores to grimstone and nullstone, the iterations, which makes it so you can have a better chance to get more and refortune them. So I have that here. Show off in the chest with some similar stuff in them that relate to it. These are new golem. They're called nullstone golems. They're basically crystal golems. They're they have double the health and split a bit slower. So nothing really crazy about them. So I turn this on. So we're at bedrock level 2 here. It's pretty low. So when we come in here, there's some torches here. I'm not sure if you can see, it's on moody. I actually locked the brightness to moody, so you have to deal with it. Unless you disable the config, but that's what it looks like. You come over here. Thanks for increase the brightness on this thing though. So this thing here, called an ancient teleporter, doesn't do anything when you stand it like so. But it's just a diamond for now. I'm going to add like gold and iron stuff to it. I think I'll make it so it teleports you out a little bit further depending on what you give it. So I'm going to right click of a diamond. And it's going to teleport you in a random direction within plus or minus 10,000 blocks. So, alright, so we're here. It teleports you on the surface as well, so you don't suffocate or anything. So that teleports here. So if we keep doing this, you can see how it works in a way here. This thing cannot be broken, by the way. It's unbreakable and you can't replace it. And you also can't, how I put it, you can't fix where you're going to teleport to. It's always random. It's more used as a method to teleport in a random direction far away without having to literally travel that whole distance. So let's say you want to go exploring or something, you can come to one of these places here. You give it one of the items, like I said, like a beacon payment, and you're teleported out to that location. So again, we're at here. If I give it a diamond again, so there, didn't teleport as far as random where it's going to teleport you to, and how far. You can teleport you anywhere between negative 10,000 to 10,000 blocks from that position you just teleported. So this teleport is here. Do this again. You have to be standing on the block, by the way, otherwise it won't work. Sometimes we'll teleport in an ocean, but this is how it goes. So that teleport's pretty far out. So next, I wanted to show off how the eye works. It looks like it works exactly like an ender eye. So it's pointing that way. So it's pointing that direction. I also made it so it doesn't break as easily. It has a 10% chance of breaking versus ender eyes at 25% chance. So it wants us to go this way. So we're going to head this way. Now these things, you might be following for quite a while. So think of how, so when you're doing this, think about like the, what do they call them? The mansions you go to in 1.12, what is it, 1.11 added them. And think about those. So we're just going to keep going off in this direction for a while until we find them. So you can see they do terrain generation. I'm pretty happy with it. All I did is just increase the randomness and how the height would work. And the default's a bit higher as well. So we go off in this direction a bit. Let's see. Alright. Keep moving. Ancient saves are probably going to be a bit rarer in this now, actually, because you actually can locate them. I also made some improvements to them in terms of how they check the generation so they don't like intersect an ocean in the corners. So I was seeing that was an issue a little bit for some people, and me actually. I was seeing that issue. So they generate still 5k away further, but I may increase that to 10,000 because of the new item I added. I'll make it so it's a bit easier, a bit more common underground, so you're not just, because they're kind of rare right now. I don't want them to be that rare. I don't think I'll add it to the surface, because I don't like that idea. I think it'd be a lot cooler for you guys if you actually have to look for underground such and pinpoint where they are. Of course, when you use it, it doesn't destroy the block or anything, so you can keep reusing the same one when you come back. Also, there's a new in the config. If you enable the debug menu, it will tell you where exactly an ancient city is generating or not, if it is or not generating, which is a good tool to use if you having issues finding one still. Oops, let's take a second there. So keep moving this direction. Surprised how well the generations work with Angelica still. It's amazing. So, of course, sometimes these seem to be 20,000 blocks away, and I'm moving very quick with the speed of the of the creative flight from at Futurum. Go this way. Oh, there we go. I saw in the log. So it looks like we got one right in here generating. So it takes a second to generate, of course. It's just how it goes. Oh, that's one of the critters I added in, working on. I still need to work on that part. I don't know what the water intersecting and stuff. I have to work on a bit still. So yeah, sometimes hard to pinpoint exactly, but here. There we go. Takes you to an ancient city here. They also made it so they can't overlap either. I fixed that bug. Because before they could overlap on the edges and such, or on top of each other, and it fucks up the generation, I guess you could say. And it looks awful, and I don't like that. So, there we go. There's the ancient city. I am pretty happy how it turned out so far. I think I'm going to... So again, I'm going to add an ancient teleporter somewhere in the city as well, so you always have one as here as well. I think I'm going to add it in down here somewhere. That's what I think I'm going to do. I might switch out this room for it. The trap chest broke somehow. I don't know what's going on with it. That's what I think I'm going to do. So yeah, nothing. This is just a quick little log here to show you what's been going on here with NovaCraft. Update. Hopefully it'll be out by the end of the year. Yep. Thanks for watching. Bye.